Through the steep, stony roads of the Bugisu sub-region, FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi today campaigned in Bududa and Bududa districts. Whereas they are challenging to navigate, they offer breathtaking scenery. Bududa is part of the Bugisu sub-region where Mafabi hails. He moved through several sub-counties, appealing to residents for their support.
Ife tetwagala gavumenti tuyambe ife twagala Nandala waffe agenda kutegeera abagisu baddula ludda wa tetwagala pulezidenti wamwe Museveni okutubulira ebintu ebitaliimu ebyo ffe tugenda kulonda pulezidenti waffe wano wa Uganda mu Bugisu
naye ffe twagala Nandala nnyo bwa pulezidenti abeere muntu waffe.
But despite the beauty of these hills, Bududa remains one of Uganda's most disaster-prone areas, highly vulnerable to devastating landslides. Mafabi said this is precisely why the region needs a reliable early warning and disaster preparedness system. He criticized government for focusing on reaction rather than prevention of landslides.
Disaster preparedness, whereby you tell people there's a disaster going to take place here, but they don't. And that's why we have our people being thrown down. And by the way, this is very easy. The Bugisu can listen. We are going. They want to plant trees to control the slides of the soils. Also to allow people to use the forest not as cutting the forest, but to get malewa, to get greens, to get grass for cows.
Although the government has previously attempted relocation programs for affected families, residents say relocations often push them too far from their ancestral land, offer inadequate compensation for property left behind, and sometimes place them in flood-prone areas with poor access to essential services.
People have been moved from places like Bufuma, Bumayoka, Bumalukani, where landslides have been happening. And for someone to be relocated has been given only 10 millions after leaving all their land, everything. They have been surviving on this land, surviving on it. The whole family has been surviving on it and is given 10 million, which cannot construct a house, cannot start a business anywhere.
Ozane Bududa labe mbera kye tulimu tulina emmere yaffe tulina buli kimu leero akubeta kalifutuka kati okuja wano omuntu n'omutwalayo bulambuli awatali wadde n'amaazi okunywa malungi nga tusana jasi mu bidiba obulamu obwo si bulungi mama.
Mafabi condemned the practice of resettling people from their cultural roots, insisting that solutions should respect both safety and heritage.
You can just create somewhere here as a corridor, build them houses, good houses, modern houses with facilities like water, toilets, good buildings and schools. People will just be going up there to dig and they will earn a living and nobody will die. But they are thinking of shifting our people very far, yet people have buried my father here, my mother here, where do I leave my graves? That's what we believe in our culture.
Bugisu is well known for its Arabica coffee, and Mafabi has encouraged farmers to continue expanding production. He says through Bugisu Cooperative Union there have been better prices for farmers, one of the reasons some growers refer to coffee as Nandala.
The right price of the coffee should be about 60,000 because it is no longer on the New York Stock Exchange, and our coffee is used for branding.
He pledged to ensure Uganda's coffee is listed on the New York Board of Trade. Listing it on such international exchanges would give Ugandan exporters access to competitive global markets, enforce international quality standards, and ultimately raise farmers' incomes.
One of my agenda to ensure that coffee goes on the stock exchange, on New York Board. I'm not meaning only for Bugisu, for the entire country. And that's why we're saying the cash crop here is coffee. That's why they get cash. And I want to encourage them to continue growing coffee. And we will grow coffee, we grow with trees, with matoke, with whatever we can do with it.
Residents also called for better infrastructure, saying they have waited for improved roads and services for decades.
Nguuto ziri mbi, amasomero gali mabi, esosi ziri otiraba esosi tewumbulukuka.
He said, I am the one who stopped him to make roads. If I could not stop him on term limits, if I could not stop him on age limits, I would have stopped him on roads.
Mafabi continues his campaign in the Bugisu sub-region tomorrow. He's expected in Bududa District his home district, where he has served as the MP for Budadli West for over 20 years. Nobat Atkunda for NTV in Bududa District.